Hello again and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League for round 4 of our GR3 Championship from League 1. So as I said before, we stay in Europe now for the remaining rounds, and next stop is Italy in the island of Sardegna, surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea. So a lovely location, lovely setting, lovely weather. What more can you ask for? Lovely racing, let's hope so. This is on the A layout, and it's going to be reverse, so it'll be a clockwise, just over 3 mile long, that these boys will be tackling. This is the race one of the 3 15-minute races that we've got coming up for you. So without further ado, let's get this underway and go through that grid from quali then. This is how they line up. We've got Derg on pole position, having some good rounds lately. Derg, has he got himself on pole position again, so looking strong, although looking at where he is on the grid there, and looking at both Mercs actually, they've both got the standard liveries on here. So here we go again with the livery situation. Callum, who's our leader, I think, in the championship currently, is second on the grid. Fitzy in third in the Mustang. Conrad in the Porsche in fourth. Jerry, have a good qualifying for him in the McLaren in fifth. Kenny D in the Merc in sixth. Aussie in the Mustang in seventh. Sideways George in eighth in the other McLaren. Smoky Tom in ninth in the NSX. Firepower in 10th in the Audi R8. Biggie in 11th in the Genesis. Graham in 12th in the Porsche. Slowpoke in the other Genesis in 13th. Kev in 14th in the whatever that is, the Subaru, sorry. And the Seabold, his teammate, bringing up the rear in 15th. So both of those cars in 14th and 15th. So 15 drivers, pretty good here for race one. So let's get this underway without further ado. Here we go. Watch those lights. I imagine most drivers will be on the soft tyres. I didn't actually look, did I? But majority of the time people start on the softs because that's what they qualified on. So head now down to turn one. This left-hander, very tricky. You can go flat. You've got to take some of the inside curb, but there's going to be some people hitting the wall for sure on that right-hand side now into this tight hairpin as they get round here. Derg okay at the moment, all good. All flying through there by the looks of it. Oh, well, Smoky Tom just going off a little bit. Got it a bit wrong, slowed everybody up behind him, but fortunately, they're all going forward. So that's always a good sign. See, Broad up to ninth already, so he's at a blinding start. Just as I say that, he hits the wall, loses a spot. Almost another one to his teammate, but remains in 10th. Teammate going around the outside. Kev, what a move that was from Kev. Oh, and then he just hits the wall on the outside. But remains in 10th, so again, getting a bit, you've got a couple of tight hairpin corners here on this circuit. Very difficult to overtake. So there's not that many opportunities to have a go, really. Got to get yourself positioned correctly if you're going to go for something like that. There's Sideways in 12th, Slowpoke in 13th. Battle here between Firepower and Graham at the back here. Firepower 14th. Runs it a bit wide and he might just running into the barriers. No, just about laid it off. Graham backs off a little bit in 15th. These three at the front. Fitzy's got the second, so Fitzy has got past Callum. See where that took place. Well, I think did Callum run wide? I think that might have been at the start actually. Yeah, that's some way back, isn't it? So maybe you've just got a better start than Callum. Our leaders then coming down through past the church. That's this next left-hand corner, which then goes into this right-hander, which again you can take flat. Got to be careful not to run it into that gravel there though. Callum nearly did, but these three are just creeping away, aren't they, from the rest? Conrad 4th, Jerry 5th, Kenny 6th. Zero's doing 7th, so actually there's a few cars with the standard liveries on, the normal GT7 glitch that happens. Always in the first race for some reason. Now, this is all about slipstream down here in this long start and finish straight. Can Callum, what can he do on Fitzy? Going to get him done there. Derg, meanwhile, off and running in front, and he's leaving them a little bit dead at the moment. Really getting the grips with that Merc. Hard on the brakes for this right-hander. All good for that. Good drive from Callum now. What can he do? Past Fitzy here. little kink. He can't really go through there to a side, and he thought better of it, just backed off, did Callum. So plenty of time, he knows, so he can just sit behind Fitzy at this point. He stays with him. Let the mistakes come to him, although made a little mistake himself there, I think. But he's still there in third, Conrad in fourth. Here he comes. That Porsche trying his best to try and get with these three ahead of him, but then he's just a small gap back then to Jerry in fifth spot, closely followed by Kenny in sixth and Aussie Rooster in seventh. And then there's quite a big gap back then to Smoky Tom in eighth. But these three, or these seven really, and then there's a bit of a gap back to the next kind of big group. It's Aussie Rooster, the one with the standard livery on. Smoky Tom in 8th, 9th for Biggie. I say big group behind, actually. There's just them two alone, isn't it, really? 8th and 9th, and then this big group, and there's all a bit of bumping and barging going on between Sideways and Slowpoke, I think that was. The smoke getting kicked up where the bit of rubbing. From 9th to 15th goes Seabroad, so something must have happened somewhere. I'm not going to try and find it, but he's back there in 15th place. See if he can latch onto this group ahead of him. Oh, who's that? That's Firepower. My goodness me, must have hit the ball without a doubt. Let's go back, and that's going to give him some serious damage. Let's have a look here as he comes up to this fast turn one. Left-hander, and yeah, way too hot in there. That's what you can't do. You have to cut that inside corner on the grass a bit. Yeah, heavy damage on the front of the car. It's going to take a little bit of time to reset, and then going to have difficulty turning that as well, the car, so it's going to allow the others to clear off up the road like they're doing. It's still there, the damage. It's going to be struggling all the time. That's there. It will clear very soon. Be back up to speed. It's cleared now, so he can go, but lost some time on these other lot here ahead of him. That lead up really, really good, and Callum has got that second spot, so let's go back and see if I can find that move that Callum pulled on Fitzy. Was it at that point? No, it wasn't. It was before then. It was quite a way before then, wasn't it? So he did get past Fitzy in second spot. Looked like he had that, maybe that was on the start and finish, maybe. Concentrating on the Firepower incident, weren't we? He's got through anyway. That's it wide there. He gets through, takes that second spot from Fitzy there. So Callum up to second's got to do what you've got to do now to try and catch Dirk. Not a million miles away, but it's quite a few car lengths up the road. Easy to make a mistake around here, so even though these boys are getting away at the front, one mistake from any of them, the next group will be on them. That is the usual guys here at the front fighting for this championship. Not even halfway through the championship yet, though. Still a lot of racing to be done. Only round 4 out of the 10, so not even halfway yet. An ultimate race before the halfway point, if you like. Everyone's looking good at the moment. As our leader, let's go through this field. Callum in second, Fitzy third, and Conrad in fourth. Looking good is Conrad. Jerry's still in fifth spot. To this hairpin right-hander. Tough corner this, getting your braking right. Kenny in sixth, Aussie in seventh. Smoky Tom and Biggie having their own little battle there in 8th and 9th, but it's still Smoky and Biggie in that order. Through the kink. Flat now, down. Into the dip and up the other side. Blind. No. Hard on the brakes as you come around that corner. And then another hairpin. A little bit wider than the other one, but it's very tight. And then it's flat all the way down to the church corner, right-hander. Sideways in 10th. Kevin 11th. Slowpoke right behind him in 13th. Slowpoke, in 12th. Slowpoke having a look though in that Genesis, going to go around the outside. There he goes, he's got that move and he's going to be on the inside. Oh, we don't need to, he's past him anyway before you get to the braking area. So through he goes as you run it wide though, Slowpoke. Yeah, it was a little bit of rubbing on the barrier. I see some sparks and fireworks going off at the back there, but manages to keep it ahead of Kev just about. And Graham just got a bit tangled up. Bit of damage now. That front left. Let's have a quick look at that. I think he just got caught up in. Well, actually, let's have another look. I don't think anyone actually touched. He might have just had a little touch, but Kev had a moment. I think he might have just put Graham off. Actually, I don't think there was much of a touch, if I'm honest. No, I don't think. No, I think he done it on his own. Kev had the little moment, as I was saying, and Graham just applied the power. He's just come round on him, but he's got some damage there, hasn't he? Graham drops down to 14th. Firepower went past as well in the process, up to 13th. Seabroad having a look. He's going to take Graham as well. So Seabroad to 14th. So that little mistake from Graham has cost him. Oh, he's done it again and he's really struggling. And he's decided enough's enough. I'll have a park up here, talk to the steward, man with the flag. The marshal, not the steward, but the marshal. Gets it going again. A little bit of a wave to the crowd and away he goes. Unlucky Graham. Berg still in first. Still ahead of Callum, who's in second and got that fastest lap, a 1:40.313. 8 minutes in, almost. Fitzy in third, just coming off the back of Callum now, but he's got no real pressure from behind as Fitzy, so should be alright if he for third at the moment. Odd in fourth, Jerry in fifth, Kenny in sixth spot. Let's go on board with Kenny. He's one of our camera cars in this round. Right in the middle of this battle, behind Jerry, got Ozzy behind him. Conrad ahead of Jerry as they now try and pick up as much as the slip as he possibly can along this start finish, approaching turn one. Let's have a lap with Kenny, shall we? In the Burke. Just a lift, very close but nicely through there. Stays in fifth gear, now down, drop it down, now second gear maybe. Yep, out there. Up the gearbox now to about fourth gear and then just lift through here. Now apply it again straight away, that's good. Down, through the dip, keep going up to fifth gear. Now about where the corner is, bang, just drop it down now to second. In fact, he just give it a little first gear there and then spurted it out with a second. Now flat all the way through up to sixth gear now, down to church corner. Say hello to the camera helicopter, the crowd. Flat through here. There's the church. Right hander now, down to about third gear or fourth. And the other side. Drop it down, second gear. Just straighten her up and then go. Ooh, a bit of drifting from Kenny, nicely through there. It's not the fastest, but effective. It's a fifth, and then right on the corner again. Well, drop it down to about third gear, second gear, and out you go. Second it is, take all that blue, away we go. So losing a bit of time to the guys in front, but that was your lap of Sardegna A reverse from Kenny. Swanky Tom's got away from Biggie now. Starting to have a bit of a lonely race is Smokey. 2/3 of the way through here. Oh, Biggie hits it, and yeah, that was a Biggie hit, wasn't it? Biggie with a Biggie. Fortunately, he only lost one spot, but damage on the right side front of that car. Lost that knife off from Sideways, who's going through shot now. Slowpoke in 11th. It's smooth from Slowpoke. Nicely controlled as well. In 11th place. It's Firepower in 12th, and Ball and Kev as well, both having a little bit of a jig at the back there. Firepower had a moment. Kev said, you know what? Fancy some of that. Did exactly the same. Synchronised past Squiggly. Seaboard 14th, and then Graham in 15th. Long way back, Graham. My goodness me, he must have had another big moment. I know he stopped on the track for a little while, but that's a long way back. That's more than that. So he's had something. He's on mediums as well, actually. So he has actually started on mediums as Graham. So it might have something to do with it. But that is a long way back that he's from the rest of it. So he's had major moment somewhere, I would imagine. Derg though pulling away from Callum, and he's got, I think, this one wrapped up again. Some huge points that he's gaining and getting here over these last few rounds from Derg. Really enjoying himself at the moment. Enjoying the car. Enjoying the moment. Enjoying the challenge. But probably not enjoying the fact that Callum's always in his rearview mirror. But at the moment, Callum's struggling to keep up with him. Certainly between these two, isn't it? Callum again, the fastest lap, a 1:40.093, and is up again. So let's just see if he can improve that lap and maybe get himself into the 1:39. So we go into the last minute and so. Final corner from Callum. Let's see. What's he get lap wise here? You go, 1:39.915, so clearly quicker than everybody else, but he can't get anywhere. That was close from Callum, couldn't get anywhere near Derg at the moment, and again, Fitzy as well, very close, but beating it, that's the main thing. Oh, and right on cue, Jerry had a lovely big moment. That's a huge hit from Jerry. He's going to lose spots galore there. Let's go back with Jerry, my goodness me. I think he's still got a headache from that. Inside the car as we see on the battle at the back there, but he comes around there full swipe from Jerry, and my goodness me, I'm surprised the car's got anything left at the front of that. Certainly got damage at the front right, but he did lose 2 spots to Ozzy and Kenny, who was having a great battle behind him, but that's not the finish that Jerry wanted. Now, well, this will be, I believe, the final lap. Only got 30 seconds left. So this will be the final lap. And it's going to be Derg taking victory here in race 1. Becoming very familiar, that saying, isn't it? Late. But all well played, or fair play to him. He's, as I say, improving every single round. Can't live with him at the moment, even though he's getting the fastest laps. He just can't live with him at the moment in that Audi. As he comes down the final corner, down towards the line. Another victory for Derg. Congratulations. Race 1 to Derg. Callum will get that second. Well done to him. be fine. Fitzy with that third. That was pretty obvious that them three were going to be the top three early doors. And Ozzy is just ahead of Kenny. He's going to get that fourth, is he? Kenny's going to push him. This is going to be a close finish. Oh, yes, Ozzy in fourth, closely followed by Kenny in fifth. Jerry managed to get a sixth out in the end, actually, after that moment. Conrad seventh. That's good for him. Sideways in eighth. Biggie ninth. Surprised Jerry got across it. Surprised he's got any front axle left. Slowpoke in 10th, the two Genesis 9 at 10th. Firepower in 11th spot, well done to him. Seabroad will come in 12th. He's on mediums actually. Smoky Tom, another one on mediums, so this is probably the medium boys here in 13th. Kev in 14th on the soft tyres. Made his best races, Kev. Was pushing hard though, and Graham will come in 15th. Those medium tyres, so there's your race. One done and dusted. Two more fantastic races on their way. This is a great track. I love it personally. I think it's probably the best way round. The reverse way. I like it. But yeah, join me again for those two. Hopefully be enjoyable as that one. And yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.